I kind of think the Amazon on fire, the Amazon rainforest being on fire, not like the sexiest story, but kind of like a life or death for the planet type of story. So I'm pretty confident it's important enough to lead the broadcast. And it's getting like 30 seconds on cable news and in corporate media, but like the Amazon rainforest is like the lungs. If the world is your body, the Amazon rainforest is like the lungs of the world, and it is now on fire because of a lunatic, moronic, fascist leader in Brazil who has been cutting down the trees in the Amazon at scary, reckless, moronic, stupid, and dangerous levels. This from the BBC. Brazil's Amazon rainforest has seen a record number of fires this year, new space agency data suggests. The National Institute for Space Research said its satellite data showed an 84% increase on the same period in 2018. It comes weeks after President Jair Bolsonaro sacked the head of the agency amid rows over its deforestation data. The largest rainforest in the world, the Amazon is vital carbon store that slows down the pace of global warming. It is also home to about 3 million species of plants and animals and 1 million indigenous people. Conservationists have blamed Mr. Bolsonaro for the Amazon's plight, saying he has encouraged loggers and farmers to clear the land. He has. I don't know why they're saying he has encouraged local loggers and farmers to clear the land for industry and to, basically have a boom in Brazilian industry. And scientists say the rainforest has suffered losses at an accelerated rate since he took office in January. And look at that chart. This year has seen more than double the number of fires in Brazil than in 2013. I mean, it's amazing. And just look at this footage right here.
It's a kind of vicious cycle. Once we have more heat, the forest go more dry, and it's more susceptible to get fire and have more greenhouse emissions.
So they call Bolsonaro the Trump of Brazil, and this might be in Brazil, and you might be like, all right, it's in Brazil. Again, the Amazon rainforest is the biggest rainforest in the world, and it is one of the biggest protectors, or just look at it as suction cups for carbon. Carbon gets sucked in to the rainforest, thus not going all over into the air. So not only is this man a major homophobe, not only is this man, corrupt criminal. Does it even begin to start it? If you followed Glenn Greenwald's amazing reporting at The Intercept that popped the lid off of this scandal that wrongly imprisoned the former president of Brazil, Lula is his nickname. And it showed that, Glenn intercepted text messages, emails that showed the judge in the case was basically working with the prosecutors to basically ram Lula, who is worker friendly, into prison. And this is how Bolsonaro got elected in the first place. So there's a lot of reasons to protest Bolsonaro. He's a dangerous man. But the whole world is being affected because he is allowing, because of his stupidity. This goes beyond just like your average American Republican saying climate change isn't real. He is destroying arguably the biggest protector against climate change. Propaganda says carbon sequestration. And by the way, I've reached out to Josh Fox to see if I could get an interview with him. Obviously, Josh Fox, expert on fracking, has done documentaries on fracking, climate change. So we're definitely going to get some experts lined up to interview them on this. But this is monstrous. And this also is not something, you know, if you just got Bolsonaro out of office and brought in a sane leader who understands science, the damage is done now is very, very hard to reverse. And it's remarkable to me. You know, I understand that people at CNN, MSNBC, the New York Times, the Washington Post are corporate media. So I think the whole world needs to come together because this guy is going to do more to accelerate. Like the United Nations report said 12 years till irreversible damage. Well, if the Amazon rainforest, if the trees keep getting cut down, you could move up that timeline. And that's very, very scary. So that's what's going on as far as the Amazon destruction, and I'm going to stay on it because I think it's super important. I don't pretend to be like a scientific expert. I don't pretend to be the biggest expert in all things CO2. I know a lot about fracking, but I do know that the Amazon rainforest does more to trap carbon, thus protecting us, and thus taking carbon out of the planet and taking carbon out of the air, and reducing the carbon footprint. And this Bolsonaro is literally creating an environmental holocaust. And I do not exaggerate when I say he is going to create an environmental holocaust with what he is doing. He doesn't understand science, and he's got a lot of Trump in him, and it's very, very scary. Hope you enjoyed that last video. Hop on over to statuscoup.com where you can sign up for our email list and become a member for as low as $5 to $10 a month. Membership is how we grow. That's statuscoup.com/join. And remember, join our email list so we can grow the revolution with you.